Hi, good morning, art. Second period foundation arts. It's Friday. And we have some things to do today. We're gonna start, we're gonna move into the concept of space. Hey Trent, so happy to see you. Excuse me, got all coughed up. We're gonna move into the concept of space today. And as usual, I'm just gonna go over I got all coughed up. As usual, I'm going to go over where we're at. So everybody had logged into their announcement section. And obviously, you found the Zoom link, and it also is telling you to upload your sketchbook assignment and to tune into the live Zoom because we are starting a new art element. Hey, Trent, can you hear me?
I can kind of hear you, but it goes in and out.
Okay, thank you for telling me that because I've been having some difficulties. All right, I'm gonna hopefully get it so it's better. Okay, thank you. I don't know why it does that. Okay. So what we're doing, you know what I'm gonna do, Trent? I'm gonna I'm gonna do a screen share. I think that might be easier since I don't have anybody in the class right now. I'm gonna do a screen share of what we're doing today. Is that better? Can you hear me a little bit better now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So here we are in our foundations art. I'm showing you a screen share, so you're kind of looking at my screen, which is a little bit different. Today we're going to move in. Today we're going to move into one of the art elements called space. We've already done a line, shape, and form, and today we're going to move into space. And I have a presentation for space. Should be uploading, and then you're going to have an assignment to do with that. This is an introduction to perspective, and we're going to be working a lot with perspective and space and how to achieve space on a two-dimensional surface. So perspective is creating the illusion of space. It's a technique used to create an illusion of a three-dimensional space on a two-dimensional surface. So this is a photograph. We can tell that it is a path that we can walk down because of the perspective that it is creating. There are two types of perspectives. There's linear and nonlinear. Nonlinear perspective shows depth through various ways. It can show it by overlapping. It can show it from size variation, like going from small to big. It can show it by color, and it also can show it by value. And then we also have linear perspective, which you see a lot. You see that a lot in a lot of art history, some of the art history sketches you've done. We all see it when we're driving down the road, and it's a very straight road. We can tell that everything's kind of going down into a point. One point, and so with linear perspective, we use lines to create illusion of depth. And in linear perspective, we have multiple points of perspective. 1 point perspective, 2 point perspective. We'll be doing these. We'll be doing all of these perspectives. There's a 3 point, there's multiple point perspectives where lines can go. This may or may not be a review for you, for everyone from maybe in middle school art. 1 point perspective is there's only one vanishing point on a horizon line. So the horizon line would be where the sun sets. It's a horizontal line, and there is one vanishing point where all of the lines that make up something go down to. And then 2-point perspective has 2 vanishing points. So there's a vanishing point on one side and a vanishing point on the other. I know this might not make a lot of sense to you right now. This is just kind of a very quick snapshot introduction into perspective. 2-point perspective, we're now able to see sides of things. So we see one side, we see another. In 1-point perspective, we only see one side and then maybe the front, the top, or the bottom. So here's a really good example of a cityscape in 2-point perspective. We will be doing cityscapes in perspective. Here's, this gets quite a lot more technical. This is a multi-point perspective. You can see all these points that are used to create these perfectly mathematical stairs, and also to show us that it's going back into space on this 2-dimensional surface. Typical is very typical of 1-point perspective. So if we took all the trees away and all the landscaping stuff away, there would be a horizon line right here. And right down here is where the vanishing point is. And all of these lines, I'm trying to use my cursor because normally I would be using this on the screen, but I think it might be easier if I do it this way for everybody to hear me. All of these lines, the lines of the road, all of these lines to the tree, they all go down to this vanishing point. And that's how we know that it's going back into space in this photograph. Here's a architectural rendering. This would be 2-point. So the horizon lines are literally like way over here and way over here. Here's another example of, but not dealing with a landscape or a city type escape. The horizon line is right here and where his feet are kind of, and if you notice all of these lines go back to here, same up here. This is how we show space. The military people here are bigger than the military people back here. This is one of the ways to use nonlinear perspective. Multiple point perspectives here. This is one of my favorite views. It's called a bird's eye view. So the vanishing point is down here. All these lines go down. We'll do a bird's eye view as well. Here's another kind of obscure camera view looking down. There's also a worm's eye view. Really good. I see a lot of perspective in the building. If we were in the building, we would all go sit in the hallway and draw the hallway. Those of you that will participate face to face, we will be sitting in the hallway and drawing perspective. I think that's the best way to learn perspective. The vanishing point is down here. All of these lines of where the columns are and the ceiling are all going down to that vanishing point. We'll study MC Escher. He's a very famous artist that does these very weird optical illusions. They're very in-depth in perspective. You do not have an assignment here with this. This was just a introduction to perspective in space. You do, however, have an assignment here under, here it is, space. Let me move it down. So today's assignment, in addition to doing your sketch assignment and uploading your sketchbook images, is you are going to take these notes and write them exactly how they are here. I want you to write exactly how these notes are, or take the notes. You know, you don't have to do it exactly. When it asks you to do something here on this worksheet, you know, I want you to try to do that. Obviously, we've been working shape still works in space, and we're still working with negative and positive, but I want you to try your very best to complete this. Do what this says here, creating some illusions of space, and I want you to write these notes down. And then next week, we're going to get further in depth into drawing your name in one point, drawing these letters. As you can tell, these letters are going back into space. We will do our name going back into space. In addition to completing that, I need to make sure that you are uploading your sketch assignments right here where it says week 4 sketches. Also, if you notice, like on mine, everything says it's available until September 24th. That is because I have come back and opened everything up to make sure if somebody hasn't finished something, I need to come back in and open these two up. You can upload them. The marking period ends next week, September 24th. So everybody should have 100 in here. Everything's open. You need to go back in. If there's anything you need to do, oh yeah, everything's open, available till September 4th. Okay, so no late points taken off. Trent, do you have any questions? All right, if there are no questions, I'm gonna stop this and I'm gonna upload it. Trent, did you have any questions? Trent. You can't hear me now?
Can't hear what you're saying.
What is going, okay. All right, Trent, I will try to fix this.